Rahu in 5th house. The shadow planet Rahu is a well-perceived malefic celestial presence, but its placement gets impacted by other planetary placements in the horoscope chart, which could make it appear beneficial as well as adverse at times. This would come out with the picture of progeny, love and education of these natives. The pleasant placement of Rahu in 5th house would bless the native with good affluence and wiser blend-in attitude, which would take them towards good growth upon land. These people would be truly spiritual and philosophical in their approach and would carry a learned personality. The natives having Rahu in 5th house would lead a pleasant and respected life and would be endowed with peace and persistence. The malefic placement of Rahu in 5th bhava would bring some of the adverse impact and bitterness in the native's life, with the major obstacle of problems in the birth of child or abortions. Besides this, after the birth of the son, the spouse's health would suffer for continuous 12 octoskins. Apart from this, the placement of Jupiter along with Rahu in 5th house would result in problems to the native's father. The natives of this placement should keep along or wear an elephant made of silver like a pendant for most of the time, as it will reduce the adverse impacts of this placement. Besides which, the person you stay away from alcohol, non-vegetarian food and adultery for her whole life. These natives should formally remarry their spouse, as it will defend their first marriage from perceived breakage and failure. Rahu in Cancer. Cancer is a water sign, and when Rahu is placed in a water sign, it makes the native highly emotional and caring. Cancer is ruled by Moon, which represents emotions, and Rahu gives confusion. People born with Rahu in Cancer thus struggle to feel emotionally stable. Their emotions and feelings are overwhelming and confusing. Rahu is the dragon's head, and when placed in Cancer, a water sign, it gives deep penetrating thoughts to the native. Such people tend to be a little indecisive due to their wavering thoughts. Rahu in Cancer affords the native with a lot of wealth, though. Such people often enjoy an authoritative position too. Right since childhood, these natives have a lot of responsibilities on their shoulders. Lack of peace of mind and discontent persists throughout life. These natives also struggle to enjoy happiness from mother. Disputes in property and land-related matters also take place in their life. These people have a tendency to play with others' emotions. They can also betray others if needed. Rahu in 6th house. The shadow planet Rahu is perceived to be a malefic presence in general, but depending upon the planetary placements in the horoscope chart, it can also appear pleasant at times. The placement of Rahu in 6th house would bring some positive impacts upon the native's life. The 6th house is ruled by planet Mercury and Ketu, and here Ketu gets exalted, for which it will bring pleasant results to the native. This placement of Rahu in 6th house would bestow gains to the person, and there would be good affluence at the native's home. Apart from this, the native having Rahu in 6th house would make a lot of lavish spending, and especially over the clothing. They will lead a very comfortable and amusing life altogether. The natives of this placement of Rahu in 6th house won't have much work pressure, neither they would take worries at work, as they will remain calm and fun-loving even at work, but their intellect would take them towards good heights in the professional arena. He or she won't be needed to put much efforts and hard work to grow, besides which they will triumph over most of the hurdles and emerge safe at workplace. Apart from this, the malefic placement of Rahu in 6th house would bring problems to the native's brothers and friends, while the placement of Mercury or Mars in the 12th house will be another reason for the malefic effects to the native. This adverse placement could lead to loss of wealth and health problems to the native. Sneezing while going to work will be a sign of bad results for these natives. The natives of this placement of Rahu in 6th house should keep a black dog at home for the betterment in life, and should keep a lead nail in the pocket for most of the times. He or she should never harm her brothers and sisters. Rahu in Leo. Rahu shares an inimical relationship with Sun, which is why their conjunction is also held to bring negative results in Vedic astrology. Leo is ruled by Sun, so naturally when Rahu would be placed in the sign of enemy planet, the results might not be favorable. Leo is a fire sign. Fire means aggression, desire, passion and ambition. Rahu aggravates all these in the native. These people also have a strong desire to get their ethics and beliefs recognized and admired. Rahu in Leo often detaches the native from family. Moreover, such a person also shares misunderstandings and clash of opinions with father. These people make good strategists though. They have impressive intellect and sharp mind. They are intelligent but can be shrewd at times. Ego and self-interest are high in these people. They face problems with children and progeny matters too. They like to travel in forest and wild places. They are good debaters too and are quite valorous like a lion. Rahu in 7th house. The placement of Rahu is generally perceived to be adverse and inauspicious, besides which the presence of Rahu in 7th house will also bring negative impacts upon the aspects of this house, or there will be some hurdles in the path of the native even if other planetary placements would reduce the negativity of the Rahu's presence. The natives of this placement of Rahu in 7th house would be dominating upon many around, but they would possess very few strong bonds, besides which there will be many people standing around them, but most of them won't be trustworthy, besides which these natives also won't be completely loyal in relationships. They would confront much obstacles in developing relationships and could have some enemies around, but they would emerge safe even though. These people having Rahu in 7th house would face some difficulties in getting married and would also have some hurdles in the conjugal path. Besides this, it would not be good for these natives to get married before 21 yoktoskons of age. The natives would possess positive relations with the government and strong bonds with people of authority, which will be beneficial for you, while those weaker than you would keep a relation for their own self-interests. These people having Rahu in 7th bhava would confront much losses if they would get involved in the pursuits associated with Rahu, like electrical equipment. Besides this, if the Mercury, Venus or Ketu get placed upon the 11th house, then the native would suffer from headaches and her sister, wife or son would also receive worst effects, as taking them towards a very poor situation. These native having Rahu in 7th house should confer 6 coconuts in a flowing river for the reduction of malefic effects. Rahu in Virgo. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, an airy planet. Rahu is also airy, but here, it is placed in an earth sign. Since the relationship between Mercury and Rahu is positive, Rahu's air continues to push the native to go higher, but Virgo's earth element also keeps the native grounded at the same time. Rahu is the karaka of skill, while Mercury is associated with wit and intelligence. Such people do well in the field of management. Rahu here also gives a strong desire to earn name and fame in life. Such people have a lot of courage and determination. They do not get afraid of enemies either and are usually victorious. Such people, however, suffer on the health front at times. Their communication and argumentative abilities make them great at debates and negotiation. These people face all the challenges head-on. Rahu in Virgo also gives the native the skills of a politician. These people tend to enjoy a position in authority and government. Chances of starting own business also exist. Such people can also do well as writers. However, their journey to success is not always smooth and some bumps are likely. Rahu in 8th house. The shadow planet Rahu is one of the most malefic presence in the celestial arena, for which it is perceived to bring most of the adverse impacts upon the human lives, though if the other planetary placements would support, it could also bring some positive shades at times. The people born with Rahu in 8th house would lack the sincerity and seriousness in their approach towards life. They will be the people of amusement arena who would think of having fun for most the time at any cost. They could even be disloyal and untrue at times and could betray others in relationships for which they would rarely possess strong relations around. The natives of this placement of Rahu in 8th house would make much lavish spending in their life, while at some places they would be compelled to do so, as in court cases or upon unworthy people. Besides this, it will also affect the personal life of the natives, as they will confront much difficulties in maintaining relationships and would confront the lack of peace in the family. Apart from this, if the benefic Mars gets placed over 1st or 8th house and Saturn gets placed over 8th bhava, then this malefic placement of Rahu in 8th house would turn somewhat benefic to make the person rich and to bring him, her success upon land. The natives of this placement of Rahu in 8th bhava should keep a square piece of silver always with them and should keep some amount of saunf below the pillow while sleeping. They should not work in any electricity or power department or in any kind of associated arenas. These could bring them some of betterment in life. Rahu in Libra. Rahu is the master of manipulation, tact, secrecy and illusion. Libra is a sign that represents balance. Libra is ruled by Venus, which shares an average relationship with Rahu. Both Venus and Rahu are rare planets. Due to placement in friendly sign, Rahu here increases one's desire for balance. Rahu makes the native skillful in manipulation while still maintaining a balance in life. Rahu in Libra gives the native detachment from elders of the family. Such a person tends to experience problems in life, especially in relationships. Loss of land and property is possible too with this position of Rahu. While Rahu in Libra makes the person tactful, it is not good for love and married life. Such a person tends to be dominating and destructive in love. Lack of trust and loyalty persists in their relationships. Such people suffer from a sense of dissatisfaction in their love life. Moreover, they are also prone to moral depravity.